Why do I hold XRP? The World Bank has published a document on its website for cross-border payments. The only cryptocurrencies proposed as solutions are XRP and XLM.
And I go, why do these banks even need to exist? You know, what is it that JP Morgan Chase does, you know, that DeFi, that blockchain can't do better, cheaper, more efficiently, more transparently?
Another core feature of blockchain technology is the ability of individuals to have self-custody of crypto assets in a personal digital wallet.
Okay, so there's like two bills Congress is batting around that would be like crypto bills. The first is the Genius Act, the stablecoin bill.
That's broadly done.
And I mean, within, it felt like minutes, you know, you hear from CEOs like Bank of America saying, we're all in.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. Bet XRP currently right around $2.30. Cointelegraph to pop things off. New NASDAQ files the SEC Form 8K confirming a proposal to expand crypto benchmark from 5 to 9 digital assets, including XRP, Sol, OUTTA, and XLM, allowing hashtag NASDAQ Crypto Index US ETF NCIQ to transition to broader index. The SEC decision deadline is expected on November 2nd, 2025. Bank XRP SEC Chair Atkins says that the right to self-custody is a foundational American value.
Another core feature of blockchain technology is the ability of individuals to have self-custody of crypto assets in a personal digital wallet. The right to have self-custody of one's private property is a foundational American value that should not disappear when one logs on to the internet. I'm in favor of affording greater flexibility to market participants to self-custody crypto assets, especially where intermediation imposes unnecessary transaction costs or restricts the ability to engage in staking and other on-chain activities.
Watcher Guru Justin SEC Chair Paul Atkins says that we're working on a policy to exempt DeFi platforms from regulatory barriers. Riz XRP, Mike Novogratz, the Genius Act is done.
Okay, so there's like two bills Congress is batting around that would be like crypto bills. The first is the Genius Act, the stablecoin bill.
That's broadly done.
Right. And the second is the market structure. So the Genius Act, let's talk about that for a minute. I'd love your take on like what's going on there. So just earlier this week, at the time of recording, there was a vote in the Senate. I believe it won majority. It's 60-something senators.
We're up to 69 senators.
Okay, 69 senators.
It was 67, but a couple guys joined on 6.
Yes, and they voted yes, but they voted yes to actually hear the bill. So there's multiple rounds of voting that this bill is going to need. We got overwhelming support that the bill can be put up for vote, basically. That vote has not yet happened. That's going to happen sometime after Memorial Day, I believe. And is it like your expectation that we've got the votes, it's going to pass?
It's done with it would take a really surprising lightning bolt from somewhere we're not seeing to sink it. Okay. It is broadly done.
So it's done.
You can 99% it. It's in the can.
It's done 99%. And that's good that it's coming from the Senate, because it's harder to get things through the Senate versus the House. And it has to be kicked back to the House and voted on there, of course, right? And the whole kind of like, legislative process that would go through. But the Senate was the hard one. So what's the difference between basically the Senate a year ago and the Senate of today? I think we're pretty clear on the Republican side, but
why we are set up as the crypto industry well is Democrats realized too late in the election, they should have listened to yours truly, at least in this one quote, which I stole from someone else, by the way. Whoever gave that quote on Twitter the first time, or on X, thank you. But it was, there are more people that own crypto in America than own dogs. And I at least amplified that. I got no credit. I was like, listen, and the Democratic Party become the party against dogs. I was like, guys, what are you doing? Crypto is beloved by so many people. Like, it should be a bipartisan technology, not a political weapon. And the Dems got it late, and they tried to scramble, but they were so scared of their own shadows. And Elizabeth Warren had held hostage this party. They got angry at her. Let me tell you, everyone was angry at her by the end. And all of a sudden, you have Bernie Moreno upset, what had been a stalwart, Democratic senator in Ohio. You had Trump raise tremendous amounts of money from the crypto community. The crypto community and the tech community became synonymous almost, and they all shifted to the right. And so if you looked at the aftermath of the election and you sat with Dems, which I did, they all thought, oh, crypto actually might have cost us the election. And so they don't want to make that mistake again.
We got Anders X, Ripple USD with an impressive board of directors. Larson, Sheila Baird, David, Kenneth, Ripple, FDIC, Circle, Vice President of the Chief Operating Officer in the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want you out. Stellar Rippler, Eric Trump just said it out loud. SWIFT is broken, and there's a digital currency that will be backed by the US dollar and US treasuries that works 24/7. 365. They won't say the name, but those who have been watching already know it's not coming. It's ready. It's here.
And I go, why do these banks even need to exist? What is it that JP Morgan Chase does, that DeFi, that blockchain can't do better, cheaper, more efficiently, more transparently? Hence really the creation of this idea, and really hence my entrance into, the cryptocurrency world. And I think it's going to solve a lot of problems. The SWIFT system in this country is absolutely broken. Every week I'm waiting for a wire transfer to come in at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, or trying to send one out. It's slow, it's lethargic, it doesn't make any sense. You look at what digital currency can do. You look what a digital currency backed by the US dollar, backed by US treasuries, that can be sent anywhere on earth instantaneously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, can do. It's going to revolutionize finance, and we're very excited to be on the forefront of it.
Cointelegraph just said Ripple partners with Web3 Salon to support Japan's digital asset startup ecosystem, offering up to $200,000 in grant funding per project for early stage startups building on XRP, Ledger, XAIF crypto. This is why I hold XRP. The future is closer than you think.
Why do I hold XRP? The World Bank has published a document on its website for cross-border payments. The only cryptocurrencies proposed as solutions are XRP and XLM. The Federal Reserve has formed a task force for faster payments. Member of the group is Ripple. The BIS, Bank of International Settlements, is the head of all central banks worldwide. The BIS has set up a task force for cross-border payments. Member of the group is Ripple. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority has been researching CBDCs. The only blockchain company involved is Ripple. The Bank of Russia has published a document about the digitalization of payments. The report describes XRP as a solution for efficient cross-border payments. The Bank of England carried out a proof of concept with Ripple to explore the speed and efficiency of cross-border payments. Ripple becomes the first provider to offer regulated crypto payments in the United Arab Emirates. The National Commercial Bank of Saudi Arabia has officially joined Ripple. With 400 branches across the country, the National Commercial Bank of Saudi Arabia is the second largest bank in the Middle East by total assets. Since July 2006, the Bank of America has been the largest financial institution in the United States for a time.
And I mean, within, it felt like minutes, you hear from CEOs like Bank of America saying, we're all in. And, these are institutions that Bank of America was one of our early partners.
JP Morgan is the largest bank in the United States. A joint research report with JP Morgan explores the potential to introduce greater efficiencies to wholesale payments occurring across borders. XRP is described as several times as a solution in the document. Ripple has relationships to the White House, the President, the Vice President, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Economic Forum. Now, you have to decide. Is XRP a shitcoin or part of a big plan?
Axelar, here's a real-world example showing how regulated financial institutions can build compliant products that connect liquidity across multiple blockchains via SUI network. Axelar Interchange Services, tokenization process for asset issuer on Axelar. Crypto Insight UK, XRP bottoming structure, a small clip on XRP from yesterday's video.
So potential structures are like this. I'm going to show you. We've got lows here and here. You know how these things go. We're in a range right now. This is the high, this is the low. Do we come up, do we sweep the high, then take the lows and go? Could come up higher, sweep the highs, take the lows and go. Again, we're looking for those bullish divergences to be formed, where we form a lower low in price action, and the RSI is like this. It forms a higher low and we go, and we form a higher high on the RSI. Nothing has changed. That's what I would like to see. That's how I look at bottoming structures, okay?
Sentiment feed, Bitcoin spikes back to 108K to kick off the week. Optimism and bullish narratives return. Historically, markets will move the opposite direction of retail crowd's expectation. This chart is an excellent gauge to see how traders across social media are perceiving markets. In a sentiment-driven industry, using social media as a counter indicator has proven to be effective. Mustache altcoins, friendly reminder that the total market cap continues to stick very close to the 2020-2021 roadmap. You'll see significantly higher levels in the coming weeks and months. Altcoins and ETH will outperform Bitcoin. Crypto bull 2020 all season will come and XRP will explode. Bitcoin dominance is in a rising wedge, getting closer to the apex. Within the next 3 months, we'll see a shift from Bitcoin to altcoins. And Dark Defender XRP has descended since 17th of January this year. The support level, on the other hand, is increasing. We have the intersection now where XRP will decide within 2 weeks. Tick tock, and the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Rich list, where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP bagman, the Moon Commander. BYOB, bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play round here. Moon suit on or you get sprayed round here. Watch where you walk and you get 8 hours.